Capitan and Super Jakes, and the Perilous Apprehension of Penelope Pickle, created by the Waxter family. Once upon a time, there were two brothers named Tanner and Jacob. They were nice boys who liked to play video games and climb trees. These boys were not ordinary boys, however. They also had a secret identity. They were Capitan and Super Jakes. Capitan and Super Jakes were super strong, super smart, and had the amazing super ability to talk to and work with stuffed animals. One day, the boys were playing with their grandparents at Great Wolf Lodge. They were sitting outside the pool eating some pizza while watching kids fly down the gigantic purple water slide. As they were enjoying their hot, cheesy slices, suddenly people at the table next to them started making the craziest faces. First, the smallest boy wrinkled up his forehead. His eyebrows smushed together and his nose crinkled as his lips turned into the tightest pucker you've ever seen. The same things started happening to his older sister and then his mother, who let out a stifled shriek. Table after table, the same thing kept happening. What could be causing these sour faces? Tanner and Jacob turned to each other. They knew it was time for action. Because they were very polite children, they excused themselves from the table before walking up to their hotel room. Once they were safely inside the room, they gathered their stuffed animals. Capitan and Super Jakes gathered their stuffed animals on the bed and told Sea Snake, Bat Bear, Ninja Bear, and Clifford the Big Red Dog what they had seen. They knew this could only be the work of their old nemesis, Penelope Pickle. Penelope Pickle was their former school librarian. The boys loved to read, so they visited the school library every chance they got. The only problem was that if they made any noise, even the squeak of a tennis shoe, Penelope Pickle would turn and glare at them. This was no ordinary glare. Her face was so pinched up and puckered that you couldn't help but purse your own lips as well. One day, she simply didn't come into the library. After a while, the boys thought they were safe from her sour stare. Freshly faced with their offensive former librarian, the boys knew there was only one course of action. So after careful consideration, their plan was created. Capitan crept back to the pool. All the joy was gone. Families were sitting sour-faced and dripping by the walls and at the tables. The noise of the rushing water barely muffled the sad, whining sounds of the children too puckered to eat their treats. Penelope sat looking sourly smug in the lifeguard chair, high above the crowd. Quietly, from down below, Super Jakes tiptoed behind her with Sea Snake tucked under his arm. Sea Snake slowly slithered up her tall chair until he was right behind her head. "Sss," he whispered to her as his tongue gently flicked her ear. Penelope was startled as the tongue tickled her. She blinked, she wiggled, and with an uncertain look, she let out a giggle. Next, Capitan jumped out, and with the help of Bat Bear and Ninja Bear, he did a flying, somersaulting leap crash into the pool. He looked so ridiculously funny that all the people started to laugh. The forceful face was finished as the laughter filled the air, allowing the people to relax. Now that it was safe, Super Jakes walked around the chair and looked at Penelope. "Why are you so sour?" he asked her with a questioning face. "I just don't like noise," she replied. "Squeaky, rumbly, grumbly, or silly, it drives me crazy." Everything started to make sense now. Super Jake and Capitan told Penelope that sometimes it's okay to be noisy. At the water park, people expect you to scream and laugh and have a good time. Even in the library, it is okay if little noises happen. Penelope was shocked. She had never known that it was okay to make noise. She also told the boys how loud noises bothered her, so they gave her a super cool set of headphones to wear in noisy places. From that day on, Penelope Pickle was a much happier person, and she never gave anyone a glare again. The end.